Bill's Media and the Arts podcast, where I talk about music, movies, and books, and I bring you the content that most want, and interviews and etc. So check out Bill's Media and the Art podcast for your media needs. And welcome to Bill's Media and the Arts podcast. Today, I'm going to do something. I'm talk about a book, and that's something I haven't done a whole lot on this page lately. And book I'm bringing to you today is Rust in Peace by Dave Mustaine. And the reason I'm doing this book is actually I've been wanting to do this book for a while, ever since the first season, but I got around some things that come up and I never got to finish the book, and I finally finished it probably about a week or so ago, maybe it might have been a little more. But I don't read a whole lot of books like this. I usually more into like fantasy and stuff like that, horror, more like Stephen King, stuff like that. But I've also been a huge Megadeth fan over the years, and so I figured, why not take a whirl? And the cool thing about this book is it's not just like written by Dave Mustaine. It's kind of weird because what it is it's about the whole Rust in Peace era of the band, a little bit before the Rust in Peace, then the making of the album, and then like the tour that went on behind the album, one of Dave's first stints, I think, at rehab. He also talks about how he met his wife Pam in this book and everything. It's really a great read. And the funny thing about how this book is laid out is, like, it's written by different, like, members of the band. Like, say, they may talk about like recording a certain song in here, and then Dave will give his take on it, and then like other band members come in and write like from their point of view of what was going on at that time. And it's got like some things from like some of the old band members, like Marty Friedman and everything, and it also talks about when they wanted to get back up and do the Rust in Peace anniversary tour or whatever, where they tried to get Marty Friedman and Nick Menza back into the band. But unfortunately, it talks about just a brief summary of Nick Menza's death in this book and everything. And it's really a cool read. I know there's another book out there I want to read. It's called Heavy Metal Memoirs by Dave Mustaine too. And I don't honestly think, to be truthful, that you have to be just a Megadeth fan to enjoy this book. It's a good read. If you're just a general fan of music, I found it an easy read. Like, it's, the humor in it and stuff. It's funny. It's serious. It's got all the flavors in it. It's almost like, pretty much like a biography. And the foreword in this book is by Slash of Guns N' Roses. And so, and on the back, it gives kind of like a little synopsis by a bunch of different heavy metal artists or, members of bands or whatever on the back. But it's an awesome read. And I think it's worth, if you're a fan of music and you like to collect music books of different artists and different bands and stuff, then this is an awesome read to check out. Because I don't know, this is the hardback edition. I don't know if there's a paperback edition of it anywhere. But I picked that up and I had to read it because, like I said, I'm a huge Megadeth fan and a Dave Mustaine fan. And I wanted to I just wanted to see what it was about, how that time in his life and the recording of that album. Because what a lot of people don't realize is A lot of people consider Rust in Peace Megadeth's greatest album. It's like kind of like their swan song. They kind of consider Rust in Peace almost like Metallica's Master of Puppets. It's the album that really put Megadeth on the map and established them as as just a force to be reckoned with. I think, and then it also talks. I think it goes into a little bit of talking about when they was getting ready to make, or they were writing songs for Countdown to Extinction. Then in this book, and I consider Countdown to Extinction probably the most commercial album they've ever done. It's kind of considered almost up there with Metallica's The Black Album. There's not really a whole lot and there's nothing bad I have to say about this book. And it also has in here for a few pages, like some photos from that time period of the band. It's got band members in it. It's got, like I said, just different photos in here. Let me take this off here. It's a whole lot easier. So yeah, I mean, because you got like a picture there of Dave, and then you've more pictures of the band and David Ellefson on bass. Just different stuff of that period in the band. I mean, there's a good bit of pictures in this book. That's Nick Menza right there. It used to be their drummer back in that. I'll read it to you. It says, in memory of Nick Menza, 1964 to 2016. In loving memory of Nick Menza, he was a beautiful man and an incredible talented musician. He was my friend and brother. It was an honor to share the stages of the world with you. You made me happy and you made me mad. We loved, we lived, and we thrashed the planet. I wept when you left us back here above ground. I know I'll see you again one day. I love you and miss you, Dave Mustaine. Yeah. Nick Menza played on Rust in Peace, Countdown to Extinction, and Euthanasia and Cryptic Writings, I believe. And that was his last album, Cryptic Writings. But yeah, it's really an awesome read, man. Pick it up, if you can. Like I said, if you're a fan of music, and I think if you're a fan of just like biographies and stuff, it's a good read. You don't have to be a Megadeth fan to read it, though it helps because you'll understand it a lot more if you keep up with Megadeth over the years. But so yeah, I highly recommend this. Pick it up if you get a chance. Get it at local bookstores, Amazon, everything. So yeah, this is I think this may be the first book I've done on here, or at least the first book in a while that I've done on here. And so yeah, just check it out, and I don't think you'll regret it. So this is Wild Bill signing out of Bill's Media and the Arts podcast. You have an awesome day and a good day, and I will talk to you later.